Ravens Rundown, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Appreciate you joining us. On today's show, we will get you an update on the Lamar Jackson contract situation. Also, the nerds at Pro Football Focus have named the Ravens' most underrated player. We'll tell you who that is, but before we do, ESPN has a 30 for 30 film coming out on the 2000 Ravens, the Super Bowl champions, one of the greatest defenses in NFL history, and I'm sure it is going to be a great film. But before that movie comes out, I want to hear from you guys. If you're excited about this Ravens 30 for 30, like the video. Show your excitement. If you love the Ravens, like the video and prove it right now if you're ready to see this 30 for 30 film. I know I am. I'm definitely going to be watching this. I'm sure you are too. Like the video if you're ready for it. So ESPN, their insider Jeremy Fowler, put together this long, extensive list of where contract situations for players like Lamar Jackson, DK Metcalf, just to name a few, where things stand right now, where they're going, and when it comes to franchise tags and long-term deals and such. And it was really interesting reading into the situation with Lamar Jackson. It's a unique one. Here is what Fowler had to say. Jackson and the Ravens have been at a standstill for quite some time. Baltimore is prepared to do a deal, but Jackson hasn't forced the issue and has even dodged it, as he would on an open field tackler. He's either incredibly patient or he really wants to get to free agency. So, Lamar Jackson wanting to get to free agency? That won't happen, right? Surely the Ravens and Lamar not going to get to that point. If Lamar Jackson hits the open market, it's hard to imagine him coming back. The way the NFL is set up with franchise tags and all the time that you have to get an extension done, that would not be good for the Ravens if they let Lamar go to the open market. That can't happen, right? I mean, he's a former MVP. It wasn't that long ago Lamar Jackson was putting up these numbers, 3,100 yards, 36 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and that's just the passing numbers. Remember what he did on the ground? 1,200 yards, a nice average of 6.9 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns. That wasn't that long ago that Lamar Jackson was doing this. I get it that last year did not go great. But Lamar Jackson's season in 2021 was not nearly as good as what we saw a couple years ago. But that Lamar Jackson that you saw, his MVP season, is still there. Now, when we hear Jeremy Fowler report that free agency could be on the horizon for Lamar Jackson, it makes me wonder, are there any worry about this? Is there any worry about a deal for Lamar Jackson getting done? Tell me in the comments section. It's our pinned comment today. Type Y for yes, type N for no. You're about to get an ad break. Take advantage of it. While that ad's playing, get your votes in and tell me Y for yes, N for no, if you're even just a little bit worried about Lamar Jackson's deal getting done. I wouldn't worry about it. As much as we built that up, in all honesty, I wouldn't worry about it. Lamar Jackson has proven himself from time to time again that he deserves to be paid. And when you look at this situation, Lamar actually could be playing this really well. Here's what I mean. This is more from Fowler. You have to give Jackson credit here. He has made himself millions by waiting. The market has gone up exponentially since last summer with 4 passers, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen, all above $43 million per year. As a former MVP with 105 total touchdowns and an astounding 37-12 record as a starter, Jackson can justify at least asking for something in the ballpark of Watson's 5-year, $230 million deal. So, with that said, and the cap continues to go up, Lamar has a chance to very well reset the market when it comes to quarterbacks. And what Lamar is doing here, by not having this deal done yet, by waiting things out a bit, is that he's betting on himself. And I do worry about that for Lamar a little bit, not because of his production, but with as much as he likes to run, if he does get hurt, will that affect his potential guarantee money? Will the Ravens be willing to dish out that type of money if he does get banged up this year? That's where I worry about. Not for the Ravens, but for Lamar Jackson on that front. So a big opportunity. Lamar betting on himself. You have to respect that. It's going to be very fascinating to see how all this plays out. Here's a look at the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL per year. Aaron Rodgers with that new deal he got from the Packers, staying in Green Bay at $50.27 million. Deshaun Watson with $46 million in Cleveland. But the big thing for Deshaun is not just what he's getting per year. It's that guaranteed money. It's all fully guaranteed for a guy that is probably going to be suspended at the beginning of the year as well. Patrick Mahomes was the first quarterback of those guys to get paid at 45. Josh Allen at 43. Derek Carr at 40. You would have to think that Lamar is going to be right in there in that range, probably closer to the Rodgers Mahomes territory than the Allen Derek Carr territory, if we're going to be honest. So that's where things stand right now. But ESPN's Jeremy Fowler has some other ideas as well. And we will bring those to you now. Here is more on the contract situation. The flip side is Jackson isn't coming off a great year. His 50.7 QBR was well below what he put up in the previous 2 seasons and was sidelined for 5 games, fueling the conversation about whether his dual-threat style of play will affect long-term durability. One league executive said the Ravens would be foolish not to at least consider paying Jackson on a year-to-year basis, going from the 5th-year option of $23 million for next season to 2 franchise tags. Now, 2 franchise tags back-to-back. If I'm Lamar, I'd be pissed. I mean, no one wants to play on the franchise tag. And that would not be ideal. I see from the Ravens' standpoint, if you're very concerned about the injury issues, why the Ravens would do that. But I wouldn't feel good for Lamar if he has to continue to play on the tag going forward. That's not a long-term plan for success to keep Lamar Jackson happy if your hope is just to tag him on that front. What do you guys think? Could the Ravens end up tagging Lamar Jackson? Have we gotten to that point already? We're talking about franchise tag with Lamar Jackson. Here's your chance to weigh in the comments section. Type T for tag. Type NT for no tag in the comments below. You're about to get an ad break. Take advantage of it. While the ad's playing, tell me in the comments section if you think Lamar is going to get tagged or not. T for tag, NT for no tag. Right here on Ravens Today, we are covering this team from start to finish. The rundown's got you covered with everything going on with this team at every angle. Free agency, trades, all the way to the countdown to the season. It's only in one place. It's right here, youtube.com/RavensTV. We're getting closer to 7,000 subscribers. And I'm a man of my word. I told you a couple days ago, once we get to 7,000, that I'll do that Ray Lewis dance. I'll do it. I promise. youtube.com/RavensTV. Subscribe now. Turn the notifications on as well so you never miss an episode. Moving on. Let's get to Pro Football Focus as they put out a list of the most underrated players by team in the NFL. And for the Ravens, they named Marcus Williams, one of the newest Ravens on the roster, as the most underrated Raven. And Williams signed a 5-year, $70 million contract. And a lot of people, when they think of Marcus Williams, the Minneapolis Miracle comes to mind. And Pro Football Focus said, that's not really fair to do so. Here's the exact quote. It's unfair to Williams that he's forever attached to the Minneapolis Miracle. Overall, Williams has been a phenomenal, consistent player in the NFL, earning an overall PFF grade of at least 74 in each season of his career. 3 of his 5 years of play have seen him earn a 84.3 plus coverage grade, and now he goes to a defense in Baltimore with the potential to maximize his coverage skills and overall impact. So I would agree to that. Marcus Williams, I think, is a phenomenal player. He was one of my favorite free agent signings in the entire league. Now you put him alongside Kyle Hamilton, your first-round draft pick as well. This secondary is going to be elite. And you get Marcus Peters back. Watch out, folks. The Ravens defense, it's going to be like what we're used to seeing of the Ravens defense. The last 4 years for Marcus Williams have been pretty good. 2 interceptions last year, 74 tackles. That was the highest he's had in the last 4 years. And every season, you can see it, 3 picks, 4 picks, 2 picks. He is all over the place. He is a really good player. Don't let one moment, that Minneapolis Miracle, define his career, because he is a lot better than what that one play will tell you. Who do you guys think is the most underrated Ravens player? Is there another name that comes to mind? Is it Marcus Williams? Is it someone else? Let me know in the comment section below who you think is the most underrated Ravens player. You're watching Ravens Rundown, and we love it when you guys are joining us. And the only way to make sure that you can be here each and every day on the Ravens Rundown is by subscribing to the channel. Do it now. Tell a friend. Tell 2. Tell 50 friends. I don't care. We need to grow this channel so we can get you more content. YouTube.com/RavensTV to be a part of what we're doing each and every day here at Chat Sports. You guys are the best. You deserve the best. So, more subscribers, that means more content. Subscribe now, youtube.com/RavensTV.